This is Jackie.
And this is Heather.
And welcome to
Millennial Mom Chatter, your go-to podcast for candid conversations and fresh perspectives.
We're just two millennial moms navigating life one hilarious audio message at a time. Join us for laughs, adventures, and real talk. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Millennial Mom Chatter. We're so happy to be here with you, and we've got some fun stuff to dive into. So let's get started. Heather, how are you?
Good. Just took my grandma to the doctor, and yeah, vacation mode. That's it. Vacation is starting. We are filming this a little bit early so that we can drop an episode before Thanksgiving while we're on our vacations.
Yeah.
But I'm doing good. I'm good.
You look cute today. I feel like I love the athleisure waves and everything. You look super cute.
Yeah, my hair can't decide whether it wants to be curly or straight. It's just there.
No, but it's a thing though. The what is it? The tousled wave look. I feel like that's totally a thing that people try to do.
You know, it's weird. I need to figure it out. Maybe I need to I don't know what I need to do, but I feel like it always looks oily, even though my hair just came out of the shower.
Did you blow dry or air dry?
No, this is air drying.
Yeah, so they did say that. I've read that actually
why is that?
Yeah, air drying is always going to be greasier than blow drying. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because we're dehydrating our skin or something, but I watched a little thing from a dermatologist and she said you're always going to get greasier faster if you air dry compared to blow dry. And I don't know why. I don't know if anyone knows the science behind it. So we need to figure that out.
I have noticed that. Have you air dried when you go to sleep and you wake up and you feel like your hair is greasy?
Yes.
And you're like,
always.
why?
Yeah. And now I know to blow dry before I fall asleep. So I just, because I don't want to have, I'm sad about it in the morning.
I think where maybe my hair gets a little it's too much is going on is because it can't decide whether it wants to be curly or straight. I mean, it's definitely not straight, but I don't have the dry to go with the curly hair.
Oh, I see. Yes. Okay. Yep.
So my hair still does get oily, not super fast, but it does. So I think if I had the dry hair, I would be able to pull off this more often.
Okay.
But I feel like my hair looks dirty. And it's literally just washed it this morning.
No, I believe you. It's just so funny that I think that's a girl problem. We all can relate to that. Or we're just man, I did shower, but it already looks like I didn't shower.
Yeah, I literally washed my hair last night, slept, and now I woke up with greasy looking hair.
Yep. It's a thing.
I don't understand it.
Yeah, we need to look that up.
Help.
Yeah.
Where if only there could be a serum.
Yeah.
If only there could be a serum that dried. I'm not talking about dry shampoo because dry shampoo still has that
something in dry shampoo. It's not.
It's a
clean.
feeling,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
If there could be a serum you put on that prevents your hair from getting oily.
Yeah. Okay, we got to figure that. We're going to patent that. That's ours. No one come
Divvy.
after that.
Divvy, come up with something.
Yeah.
Almost like a deodorant for your head.
That'd be great. Yeah, where it didn't leave all that extra product on your head like a dry shampoo. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's something for all of us girlies that want to air dry our hair for sure.
Yeah. But how are you?
I'm good. It's the same thing. Just ramping up for the holiday season. It's getting busy. Dylan's birthday is around the corner and Thanksgiving is always a full thing with travel and everything. So, but it's good. All of it is good stuff. So I'm excited. So
are you excited to throw a kid birthday party?
No. I mean, it's one of those too where it's at my house. So it just means work for me, cleaning up, making party decorations and all of the things. But it's fine. Yeah. It makes the kids happy. So it's what we do as moms, right?
I don't know. You're better than me. I don't do birthday parties. I already told my kids. I'm nope. Okay. I think it's in general, but in Miami, people tell you they're coming and they don't. So.
Oh, yeah. Okay, for sure. But I think that's a lot of people.
I think that is a lot of people. I think it's a new thing in general. People don't respect people's time as much. But I'm tired of you spend a bunch of money, you buy all this food, people don't show up, you're running around like a madman, and you do that for 3 hours to spend hundreds of dollars that could have been spent on just a weekend trip. So I'm always do you want a party or a trip? trip.
Yeah. Like a trip could be really fun. Yeah.
You and a trip. And my kids, luckily I've trained them well, are always like, a trip. And I'm like, perfect.
Yeah. Well, it just doesn't work out for Dylan's birthday. He's a turkey baby, so it's not like the ideal time to go on vacations, and it usually falls so close to when we already
you are
have
going
a
on
trip.
vacation.
Yeah, but I don't ever want to attach his birthday to Thanksgiving, so then I always feel bad where it's like, oh, we're gonna go spend time with family and do Thanksgiving things, and it's like that's not my birthday. That's not what I asked for. So I'm like, sorry, bud. So that's like this time it rolled out calendar wise to not fall on Thanksgiving. So we're like, okay, go ahead and invite a couple friends over, have some like little kid time, and it'll be okay.
Yeah.
So,
Are you having a bunch of people over?
Yeah. So
You're like, unfortunately, everyone confirmed.
it shouldn't be too many actually. So I feel like we kind of kept it just to like his little buddies. So that's not going to be anything crazy. So it'll be easy.
Good.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah, Mom.
Okay, so have you heard of Pajama Gate?
No, what's this?
Okay, so you know me, you always know the trends and the different things that are going on, and I'm always like, no, I don't know what this is. For once, because I haven't heard you talk about Pajama Gate, so I was like, I don't think she knows. Okay,
No,
so
I don't know about this.
I don't scroll TikTok too much, but you got to kind of scroll a little bit, unfortunately, when you run a TikTok, because
we want to see what's going on in the world.
supposedly that's what you have to do, but we really don't know.
We're boosting our algorithm. We're doing it for work.
Yeah. So it's everywhere. So apparently there's this influencer. I already forgot her name. Something Bachman.
Okay.
Cecily and what did I say? What is her name? Cecily and something Bachman. Anyway, she's an influencer. I've never heard of her.
No, that name doesn't sound familiar to me either.
Yeah, I had never heard of her. And so apparently she's this big influencer. So she decided to do a pajama brand and release it this Christmas season. Now, her pajamas are like $90 for the set.
I feel like that's steep.
Like super steep.
Okay.
Like I wouldn't even, don't know if I'd want to buy $50 pajamas.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's how I kind of feel, you know?
Yeah. I'm going to look this up while you're telling me about this.
So $90 pajamas, they release them and people are just like, well, they're supposed to be soft. That's what they're like labeled as, right? But people see that the fabric's made of like rayon. And they're like, okay, rayon is, it is cozy. Like it's good feeling, but it's supposed to mimic, what's that? What is it supposed to mimic? Like what's the more expensive one?
Like silk or something?
No, bamboo.
Oh, okay.
So rayon's supposed to be like the cheap version of bamboo, right?
Interesting.
So they're supposed to be like really soft pajamas, and that's what they're like, you know, their claim is. But people are like, okay, but rayon are like really cheap, right? That's not like a very expensive.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Rayon is a very cheap product.
Yeah.
It might feel nice, but it's still cheap. So why do you have it $90? So during this launch, when people saw these $90 pajamas, the other influencers or people that are very like have a good following and make good money, they were like, let me buy these pajamas myself and I'll give a review, guys, to tell you like whether they're worth them or not.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So this girl, because they had talked about the fabric and like, oh, are they worth the 90? I'll let you guys know. Okay. She feels like they're going to talk bad about them. So she's going and canceling these people's orders.
Like the girl, like the business owner herself is canceling customers. She's paying customers' orders.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
And you don't get free shipping until $150. So if you buy a pair of pajamas, you got to pay the $9 shipping on top.
Oh, wow. Okay. So we're already like spending a lot of money on these PJs. Okay. Sounds great. Like I need to check these out.
So people are just like, they're supposed to be like family matching pajamas for Christmas, whatever. People are like saying that like for like a family of 5, you're looking at like $450. Just so like over $400 just for some like matching PJs.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And people are like, I don't have money in like these days in this economy. I don't have $450 to spend on pajamas.
No way.
So now people are like getting real riled up because like she really threw herself, even if it was a cheap product for $90, if she just stayed quiet and let these people review it, it is what it is. But she's really made this whole pajama gate blow up because she's canceling people's orders and she's just like creating false things. Like I saw you on Reddit saying you're going to give me a bad review. And these people are like, I don't even have a Reddit.
Okay, so people are coming out and saying like,
Yes.
hey, like this girl has canceled my order.
Yes.
Wow.
And then the people that have gotten it, one girl got it and she was like, my order didn't get canceled. I did get it. They're not too bad, but they're a little see-through. Like there's one that has like a Santa on the pocket and it's like just vinyl, like heat press. And so like not embroidered. And somebody's like, for $90 pajamas,
I would
it
expect
needs to be embroidered.
Yeah, I'm expecting some like fine details.
Yeah.
Like,
and so they say that the pocket piece, because it's like been heat pressed, that when you first get it, you kind of have to go like to the
to separate it from the material. Oh wow. So it's great. Like we're talking like superior quality here. Like
there's no size chart on the website.
oh. Okay.
0 size chart and like impossible to do returns. They basically are like, we don't do returns. They don't give you a packing slip. They don't give you a receipt. They give you no like
So
record
really
of your
just
order.
like no good business practice going on.
None.
Here. Wow.
None. On the website, the men's t-shirts are like laid out and like wrinkly, like they came out of like a Coke bottle.
What? I need to see this.
And there's, you can see it's like a white shirt and you can see the blue writing through the back, like this, that it's see-through.
Oh wow.
And it's like a $40 shirt.
Yeah, this is
A $40 pajama shirt.
$38 for like a not nice looking t-shirt. We'll have to drop a picture in here for the listeners so they can see, because this is like, sorry lady, whoever came up with this, I would never spend this amount of money on here on this.
No.
Wow. Nope.
So now people are spiraling. So now it's like, it is getting talk, but it's like bad press.
Yeah. So she went
Like,
from
really
like
bad.
letting people have an honest review to now it looks like she's just a bad business owner. Like she's fearful of bad reviews, so she's just basically like, I'm going to cancel all your orders, even though they're paying customers.
Yes.
Yeah. I hope she is learning a lesson right now.
Yeah, because she's doing, the problem is she's canceling orders to people that like have following.
Yes. So now those people are talking about it, right? That's how you saw
Yes.
it? So now all of those viewers and followers are now not going to purchase these PJs either. So she's losing customers by her actions. Wow.
So then she like quietly, they like got off social media pretty much. Like they just
interesting.
disappeared. And they dropped, I think, the price to like $75.
Oh, wow. That's so generous. $75. Great. But we still have to get to the $150 mark for shipping and all of the other things.
Yeah. And so when they got it to $75, then they kind of made like a little statement. That's kind of, I think, the only statement as of last time I checked, that was the only statement they made, that they were going to bring it to $75. But they're doing it for the customers and they now will make no money.
That's their claim, is that they're making no profit from $75 price point. I find that very hard to believe with iron-on decals.
How much did they pay? $4, $3?
Especially because you said the material that they used for the PJs is like a
rayon.
cheaper material, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, then there's no way. If they're doing iron-on and rayon, like I'm sure it costs them a couple bucks, like for the tops and bottoms. Like
the girls have tried on the like pajama pants, and they're like a foot longer than them, like huge.
So like the sizing is not good either. Like,
no, there's no size chart on the site.
Well, yeah,
so
but then like when they get them,
get.
they're like, it's gonna be ill-fitting, like because they have no idea what they're buying. Oh,
so one girl, they come in sets. So like if you get a large, you should be getting a large bottom and top, right? And she got like a large top and an XL bottom, and she's like,
that makes sense.
She's just
it's
like
surprise. It's surprise PJs. Like
just the customer service is just.
How
and
do
the
they
best
make
part,
that mistake? Like if it comes in a set, how are they doing that? Like
quality
control is not happening either.
No. And the best part is there was a girl that did a review. Okay. She was like, I'm going to do an honest review. She has a following too. But she's like, I'm going to do an honest review of the For the Mems pajamas. And everyone in the comments pointed out. So it's not false. It's not like one person said it. They all said it. This is their assistant.
Oh.
And I was like, that's not an honest review.
No, because of course she's going to say all the right things. What the heck? Wow.
And she's like, these are amazing. They feel so soft.
Yeah. And everyone in the comments recognized exactly who she was.
Yes. They were like, this is her assistant.
Yeah. So now as like customers, we're not going to buy those PJs. Like,
I wouldn't buy them before, but for sure I would not support like behavior like that.
Yeah. That's not good business owner. Okay, now do you think she can bounce back from this? Do you think she can release a public statement, and do you think then customers will come back to her? Because obviously she's an influencer first, right? So she has her own following that people like her for her.
I think she did herself dirty.
Okay.
I think she just fully like exposed herself.
Okay, so it's not I don't think like she could bounce back from this. Is like
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Do you think?
No, not with that. That's like
Because
terrible
even if
business
you
practice, like
even if you are now like maybe she's an influencer, so she shares other products and all that kind of stuff. Now, how do I trust you if you're trying to scam me with your own product?
Yeah, exactly. And then the fact that she's coming with like the standpoint of just a financial gain for a poor quality product, like so now we get to see like what her motives are, which kind of is like not what you like to see as a follower when you're like, you know, thinking this person cares about you. Like they want you as a fan, and why are they lying to me? So
yeah,
it's a shame.
So you don't think she could bounce back?
No, she's done too many things
either.
Like, and she's also done too many things wrong. So not only did she cancel paying customers' orders, which is like, okay, one yellow flag. Then she like has, you know, mismatched orders, you know, these overpriced prices on the website where people are complaining. Like you would think then she'd be a little bit more accommodating, knowing that her followers were normal people. So I think there's a lot of like yellow and red flags that are happening that I don't think that it's going to be as easy to bounce back from. Like,
no, and I think that now that it's blown up so like she could have bounced back if she wasn't canceling orders. Even if it was bad quality, if she's not being shared all over, like there's videos everywhere of it.
Yeah.
So like I didn't know who she was, but if I saw her now, I'd be like, no, I'm not following her.
For sure.
So I think she will lose a lot of followers, and then I don't know. I just think that how is she going to gain a new following?
Yeah.
When people already know about her, and the people that might not know about her are really young. And why are a really young Gen Z person going to follow, like, you know, when I say a top end millennial, but like an older millennial, why are they going to follow them for fashion tips?
Of course.
Or
Yeah.
something?
She's a mom too. I'm assuming she has some kids.
Yeah.
And stuff.
She's like, I'm going to guess she's like upper 30s.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So then,
how
it's
is she
definitely
gonna
not
bounce
going to be, yeah, no.
And then especially because how many followers she has.
Just the example that you brought up, that you saw the Pajama Gate incident before you even saw her. So like the fact that this is so widespread.
I still have never seen her profile.
Yeah.
So I really don't know.
This negative information about her and her business is so widespread that I highly doubt that she's probably losing followers too. And I wonder if her business is still going to be in place next holiday season.
Samantha Bachman.
Oh, okay.
So she has 620,000 followers on her Instagram.
We'll have to check back tomorrow and see how many she lost.
Well, it's been a while, so she probably had a lot more.
Yeah.
And then her sister-in-law is Cecily, and she has 710.
Oh, interesting. Her sister has more followers than her.
Yeah, but I don't know how that, like, I think it was possibly the opposite.
Oh, and she could have lost followers due to this incident.
I think so, yeah. And because people like a little bit, Cecily's kind of come on and been a little bit more like, she's supporting her sister-in-law, but you can tell this is probably affecting her.
Okay.
She's kind of known as the girl that like shares a lot about like the word and the Bible and all that kind of stuff on her stories, and people followed her for that. And so maybe they feel she's a little more trustworthy, but caught in between her like sister.
Ooh, yeah, that's hard. Yeah.
What are you supposed to do?
Yeah, like it's like I'm gonna be loyal to my family, obviously. Like I'm not gonna like cut off ties with that person.
So
but
she
it
did a
is
video.
She
did a video and basically just said, yeah, she basically said that her sister-in-law is like a good person, but she never like.
She's trying, so she's wants.
I don't
to,
know
like,
if she really addressed too much about everything else.
No, she probably doesn't want to talk about it. And then Samantha
what are you supposed to say?
Yeah, exactly. So Samantha probably said like, don't say too much. Like, don't even talk about Pajama Gate. Like, you know, that's fine if you defend me, but like, we don't need to bring more light to this situation. So that's so bizarre.
You're gonna just scroll like our TikTok just for like 3 minutes and you'll see Pajama Gate.
Oh, I'm sure. Like, and especially I haven't been on Instagram this morning yet, but I'm sure I'll probably see that stuff on there too. Like, what a wild world. Influencers. Like, honestly, it's crazy because this stuff didn't exist when we were like teenagers. So I just couldn't imagine like, you know, a business just crumbling right before our eyes.
Can you imagine canceling your customers' orders?
Yeah, no way. Like, I don't know. It's so bad. Like it's just
it is
leaves
just you
such
got
a
to
nasty
commit to it,
taste
because
in your mouth. Like,
maybe they could say like, oh, it's not worth $90, but like they weren't just gonna get them and just completely trash them.
no, especially if someone's paying that amount of money, like they were planning on wearing them. They were hoping they were going to be nice, that they could wear for Christmas pictures and in front of the tree and stuff. So it's like a shame because really, I don't think people be wasting that kind of money just to bash a company. Like
No, what do they get out of it?
nothing. Like
Like, yeah,
So
it was wild.
yeah, that's a mess.
So I thought that was interesting. This is definitely a Jackie story.
No, thank you for keeping me up to
The
date.
tea.
You keep me so relevant and up to date on all of the
You
hot
usually
goss.
keep me
Yeah.
you usually keep me relevant, and I saw this and I was like, I haven't heard her talk about this, so she
Yeah.
needs to get in on
No,
it.
thank you, Heather. Like, keeping me in
Because
the loop.
you know usually about the influencer like kind of like drama on the Reddits, and I don't ever follow that. So
No, because I could go. Reddit's got good stuff. Like
go to Reddit and do
I know I'll have to do that after here, and I'm sure I'll just be in there for hours. Like it'll just be like just so
You're like,
deep.
ooh, this is spicy.
Yeah. Like, did you know there's more to this story? Like, I'm sure there's other stuff in there too.
Yeah, people are like basically like, you know, like, bitch, I'm gonna like put a different name, a different address, and you won't know it's me.
Yeah, like to actually successfly place an order,
Yes.
right? Wow. Yeah. I like it. I'm here for the petty. Like, that's fine. Like,
If you're like, I'm not that person that's like, yes, be petty. But like with something like this, I'm like, do it, girl, be petty.
yeah. Especially because I feel like influencers, I know this is controversial, but it's like they do kind of have it easy when you like break down like what they're doing for a living. So it's like if all she's doing is trying to like post some pictures of pajamas and then she opens up a business, like I'm sure this was like not a big deal for her to like call a couple people, see how this would work to like open up a production line somewhere, get these pajamas pumped out.
Get some vinyl.
Yeah, get someone to like create a website for her. Like that's easy in her like field of work. So I just like I don't really feel bad for her. Like she did this to herself. I mean, I don't even know the lady. Like
I'm so evil. I have in my like mind like burn baby burn. The song.
applicable. Like
Not literally burn, just like, you know, the what's the word?
like her business, just like
No, just like she needs to be like put in her place.
oh yeah, yes, absolutely. And I think
Not
that's
like
happening.
burn in hell or
Oh
anything like
no!
that. Just
wow,
like,
we would
yeah.
never say that. Like
No, not just in case
no
anyone
physical.
would like
I know
thought anything.
Yeah, no physical harm on real people here, guys.
No, just, you know, you got to be put in your place.
Yeah.
Like I obviously am a strong believer, and I believe in God, and I don't believe in necessarily like, I don't think like there's forces like karma where you're like, there's literally a like something that's not God.
Yeah.
I just think that what you do comes back to you.
Oh, for sure.
And it's going to be a
Yeah.
lesson for you. So
Yeah.
this is her lesson.
Yeah, no, and she's getting publicly shamed too. So that's big. I feel like for an influencer, that's her whole livelihood. So it'll be really interesting to kind of see how that rolls out. We'll have to circle back to that here in a couple weeks to kind of see, like, follow up with Samantha and see
Yeah.
how her and her
I wish we
business
could
are doing.
see like revenue on businesses.
Yeah.
Don't you wish that was like public records?
Yeah, that would be
That's
really
not
cool to
public
see.
records, right?
I think you can see what something is worth, but you can't see like their current tally of revenue unless she has like stock or something. They can invest in her. We could probably see that. So that's
They
it.
definitely don't
Yeah,
have
it's like-
stock
yeah.
on their $90 pajama.
It's not like Nike where it's like you can invest or something. So yeah, we're not going to be able to really see anything with how she's doing besides
I'd
social
be
media.
so curious.
Yeah, we're going to keep
Is
an
it
eye
blowing
out.
her up?
Yeah,
I don't know.
No,
It is, but
not
I just
in a
don't
way
think
that she wants. Not to,
and
like,
not
gain-
long term.
No, this isn't going to help her all of a sudden gain profit and followers. So
Even if I'm like super curious, I'm like, you know, I just buy the $90 and do a review. I'm not going to buy them again. You know?
no, absolutely not. No, especially
it's
because
not
we
a-
already know that the quality of the pajamas themselves are not good from what some other
Just
viewers
put your hand
have
in the
said.
pocket to unglue it.
Yeah, and even from like the brief just look that when you sent that to me, like looking at the pictures, it doesn't look like nice stuff that people would be like coming back and buying more of. So
Yeah.
very interesting. What a world we live in. Like
I
whoever
know.
thought like your world can come crashing down over some PJs overnight. Like if you're not nice to people.
For real. All because of the PJs.
Yeah.
She's going to be that grandma in the rocking chair that's like, honey. I imagine like Edward Scissorhands. Where she's like sitting in the rocking chair telling the life story.
And it's about these pajama gate back in my day. There goes Grandma again, talking about these PJs.
The thing that sunk her forever.
Yeah, here she is. But anyways, no, that's really interesting. And I look forward to like circling back to that because that's going to be spicy to see where she's at. But I did just see an article that basically was asking or trying to like figure out if millennials are like the wellness generation and if we are like seeking out to be healthier. And I just found that to be interesting because that's us.
Yeah.
And I feel like I think we're on a wellness journey, like intentionally. But are we just looking for the easy way out for convenience?
So I think that two things. I think both. I think that we are a healthier generation in the sense that we are definitely more active than our previous generations. Like, and even Gen Z. Gen Z is not in the gym. Like, they're at the finger and hand gym of video games.
Yeah, that's cute. Yeah.
But I think like if you think of like baby boomers or what is it? Like my mom's Gen X or even my grandma. I don't know what generation she would be. She's 44.
Yeah, I don't know.
They didn't go to the gym.
No, they didn't. No.
You've seen those old ones where like it's like a strap that's like going like this.
Yeah, and it shakes them and you're like, what is that?
Like, what is that doing?
Yeah, I mean, and then like women didn't go swimming until like, not even that long ago. Like, so all of these aerobic exercise, like gyms, you never saw a woman in the gym.
No.
So
and what does she wear? A dress?
No, and they wore like, what generation is that with those big like petticoats and stuff like that? Like none of them were going to go physically do any activities like in those outfits. So I just know that like we first started with men going to gyms and then it was slowly introducing like women are allowed to do things. So then you would see them go and like, better their lives and bodies. But then I feel like you said, I can't picture my grandparents working out or like, I don't know if I've ever seen a picture of them like at a gym running a triathlon or anything like that. Like
I think it was in the 80s. It kind of got popular, like 80s and early 90s. It got popular in the sense the girls did their little like group classes.
Oh, aerobics.
They did their group classes, but then it kind of died again.
Yeah.
It died again. Like think about like my mom, your mom probably like they weren't going to the gym every day.
No,
like,
my mom did the what was it? Jenny Craig, who was like the like cute
Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig.
The like one who did the aerobics and the bright colored stuff in the 90s, like where you could do the.
Do you remember Tybo?
Yeah, Tybo, but it was like a VHS tape that she could like put in,
about,
and it was like a fun aerobics that you could do. You'd have like a step, and you would literally do it in your living room when the kids go to school.
Yeah,
and that's all that I ever know of physical fitness from my mom.
Yeah, it was just not a like so I think it got a little bit popular with the younger people in the 80s 90s, but then it kind of like died down again and then it ramped back up. Like I feel like almost
snapped into something.
No, it was
COVID
definitely
happened?
before.
Okay.
I think it was the CrossFit boom. What year was that? That's when like girls really
late,
like I'm going to the
2000
gym.
teens, right? Like I would say when I started seeing
maybe,
all the CrossFit
maybe
stuff.
like 17 18.
Yeah,
right.
I would say around there. For popularity.
No, like 2000. I'm gonna say like I'm gonna say like 2013 14.
I could see that for sure when like
Because I'm
CrossFitting
thinking
got bigger for
of-
girls.
I'm thinking of Carolina being a CrossFit when I had Rylan. And I think that was like the craze, you know, like, and I think that's really, obviously girls went to the gym before, but I feel like that really like catapulted like it being like a very regular thing.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Like now I feel like every girl our age is like working out.
Oh, for sure. Like you don't like meet someone where they're like, no, I don't work out. Like
Yeah,
they
like
do
even
something.
even the people that don't look like they work out.
Yeah.
Somehow
Yeah, they do something. Like there is something that's working out for everybody.
Yeah.
Like, and
so
then,
I think
like you said too, with CrossFitting, I feel like there were so many at that time, like CrossFit gyms that opened up for women. I feel like I remember that shift too, because it was kind of a predominantly male sport. And then all of a sudden we saw a shift where it was like, no, girls were in there, like, you know, deadlifting and just annihilating like these CrossFit competitions. So I feel like there definitely was like a shift with our generation, like being in the gym with that.
Do you remember the women's? I think they went under, but do you remember the women's, like the gym that was designed just for women? Like there was literally no men allowed. What was that called?
Yeah, when you just said that, I feel like it was
And
very
all the machines are
short-lived.
pink?
Yeah, didn't it only exist for a little while? Because I feel like I don't remember. Like I never went to one, but I remember seeing like a commercial for it. Like,
where's the eye candy to look at?
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Why am I here?
Just like middle-aged women everywhere. I understand for like middle-aged women that was probably not a bad concept because you could go there and not feel like, oh, I'm just getting back into it. I don't know how to work this machine.
Yeah.
You would just like look like everyone else, you know?
Yeah.
But so in Miami, the YouFit gyms took over those gyms.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if YouFit
men and
bought,
women can go to that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know if YouFit bought that like business, but I don't remember what it was called. But it was all the machines were pink.
I mean, I'm here for it, and I can kind of picture where that would come from. Like where women are intimidated by the idea of being in the gym with all these bros. They're still in their like maybe mom bod era. So they're like, I don't know how to navigate this. I don't really want
I don't know how to work this machine.
Yeah. And like putting myself out there for everyone to look at. Like I just want to be in like a safe space to start my wellness journey. So I can see where like that idea would come into play, like for sure.
Yeah.
So
I just think that maybe they weren't able to hype each other up. Just them all being on the same level.
Yeah, everyone just coming in, starting out. Yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't like young girls there. There's not guys there. So like what you're just looking at like you're all the same like body types, same like I'm just getting into this. Like there's nothing to look at like, oh, I'm going to be like that one day.
Yeah. No motivation or anything to like push you
Is that
to
why
do
I failed?
better. Yeah, because there's no business like movement. Because then basically everyone does their 30 days and they basically all cancel their memberships because they're like, oh, we all look like this? Why are we here? Let's go get mimosas. Like,
I'm actually normal.
yeah, like I didn't realize there's nothing wrong with my body because we all look like this. Like,
yeah, I think that we are healthier in ways, and then we are also lazier in ways that we just want the easy fix of like, Ozempic. Oh,
that's a really good point. I didn't even think about that.
That's why we have so many crazes, because it's like, you know, we went through the Herbalife craze. We went through the Weight Watchers, the Jenny Craigs, the like what's the other one that was
the Atkins diet?
The Atkins diet. Like I feel like there was another craze before Ozempic. Then we went to Ozempic, and then everyone wants this easy fix when it's like it's gonna take working out and eating less. That's it.
I know, just like that's it. There's no simple solution for it. You just have to do all of the right things, and it takes time too. But people don't want that. They don't want to take 6 months to shed a couple pounds. They want, like you said, the Ozempic is a really great example. I forget that we have that because that's proof that our generation definitely likes the easy button. Like,
yeah, I think we are realizing things. Like I think people are a little bit more aware of what's in their products and what's in, but it's hard. So, because there's so many things that are like greenwashing, where it's like
yes,
it's like it looks healthy, but like is it really healthy?
Yeah, so I always love stuff like that too. Like when you walk through your grocery store and it's like there's so much stuff being shoved in our faces where they're like, oh, this looks healthy because of the words that are plastered on the front. But as soon as you turn, and as soon as you turn that ingredient label, it's like, whoa, like
500
none of this
ingredients.
Yeah. Or a substitute for something that's actually worse for you than what the actual ingredient was. And I'm like, wow, like this is so great, but also entirely confusing. And how are we supposed to navigate ever like taking charge of our own bodies? Like, so it's very
Fruit Loops, all the vitamins and minerals you need for the day.
Because it has all the colors of the rainbow.
It's like, does anyone really believe that though?
Maybe
like, no
kids.
offense. I'm not buying Fruit Loop. Like, okay, if I buy Fruit Loops, I'm not buying it because I'm like, this is a nutritional breakfast.
No, absolutely not. No, that's because that's the one trashy cereal I want. That's fine. Whatever. That's the easy breakfast when I don't have time to cook for you. Cool.
Like why do they feel the need to like try to like lie?
Yeah, you're not fooling anybody.
Like, is anyone buying that?
Yeah.
Just because it says 21 essential vitamins and minerals.
Oh, yeah, on the cereal
versus
boxes.
if they didn't have it.
Yeah. No, you're right. That's a really valid point
like,
too.
You're just, I just don't think anyone's buying cereal like this is my like, oh great, I get 21 vitamins from this.
Yeah.
Like who does? It's like getting like I don't know, like pizza rolls. And you're like, yeah, this is just because it's like 5 grams of protein. You're like, wow, this is 5 grams. Gonna buy it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm in the protein eating era, so I do look at it like that. But obviously, like jokingly, like not, that's my source
like
of
no one's
nutrition.
gonna buy pizza rolls because like it says it has 5 grams. Yes. But like they're so quick to put like dumb information.
Like yep. Because we're like you said, I think this is another great example of us looking for the easy, where it's like that's what they said on the front of the box. I'm buying it. It looks great. This is gonna like help me on my nutritional journey. And I'm like, wow, like we are falling for it. Like, or are we starting to shift, like you said, where people are being more aware of their ingredients? Like, are we starting to shift? And is it the millennials that are shifting, or do you think it's everyone, like mass consumers? Because I feel like my parents, my mom for sure definitely jumped on all of the trends. Because I do remember like the Jenny Craig, the Weight Watchers, the Atkins diet, like,
okay, so she's a good example. Yeah. Where is she now? Like, has she changed out all her cleaners, or does she still stick to her regular cleaners? Like, what's her mindset now since she followed the trends?
Yeah. So now she's completely vegetarian. She only buys organic, and she like has like swapped out a lot of like cleaners and like things like that, like harmful ingredients, not only stuff that you consume, but also stuff that's like around the house. So I feel like she's definitely buying into what's being put out there. And it's kind of interesting because it's like, I think she is doing it for wellness, but then like, at the same time, I think she's also looking for the easy button too. Like where it's like, like the example of jumping from Jenny Craig to Weight Watchers to like Atkins. She was looking for the easy way to shed the last 10 pounds. Like, so it's just like,
I would say our parents' generation to us is more mindful. I just don't know how much I'm seeing that same mindset with Gen Z.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't see Gen Z being like, oh, what's the ingredients in that makeup?
No, they don't care because look at all the stuff that's being pushed out to them from Sephora and like Ulta. They're not looking at those ingredient labels at all.
Did Sephora, Sephora didn't even exist, right? Or did it exist? It was the rich people and we just didn't know about it.
Yeah. I think it came out like when we were like maybe older teens. Is that right? I feel like I don't remember.
I remember Ulta the first time when I was like 18.
Oh, okay. So maybe we're going to just say like older teenagers, maybe like early 20s.
That concept where you keep seeing like videos where people are like, oh, my daughter wants, like this from Sephora. And she's like 10. And I'm like, no.
It's so wild. And I'm really curious.
I don't shop at Sephora.
No. So obviously it's the parents that are paying for this stuff, which is so wild. Because like I just
it's like the girl that drove to Target to get the Frappuccino. Like we talked about, like she did that because of monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. No,
like
for sure.
Her mom is probably the one that's always like, gotta have my Starbucks coffee today.
Yeah. As she like strolls around Target. For sure. Yeah.
So when parents complain that their kid is the one that's like, I want this from Sephora, I'm like Callie doesn't even know what Sephora is. Yeah. But I've heard people complaining, like, I won't say her name, but a little girl that we're friends with, you know who I'm talking about? She talks about Sephora and Target, and she'll be like, we need to go.
Okay, so she's already like basically brainwashing her to be into this same type of teenager when she's old enough.
I just think that people let it, like, I think they go shopping. I don't go shopping. So my kids are like clueless to
I go shopping, but I don't think the boys, we're not doing stuff like that. So like the equivalent of that would be me going into like Dick's Sporting Goods and letting them buy anything they want, right? Like they'd be getting a new Nike pullover every day or something. So since we already don't do that style of shopping, like they don't just get to have whatever the heck they want, we've already like created that line. So it would be the same if I had a girl. Like if I needed to pop into Sephora to buy just a face wash that's empty, then she's going to see that. She's not going to see me do like a whole Sephora
I leave my kids in the car. That's my, like if I told them Dick's, they'd be like, what?
Like, well, no, and that's fair.
Or like, Ulta or Sephora, they would be like, anything like outside of a normal store like Target or Publix, they would just be like, what?
Yeah. And I think it's because you and I are not like the type of shoppers that would influence our kids in that way. No. Like they wouldn't know that. Like,
we're not spending money.
No, like the girls that ask their mom for like, the $60 Drunk Elephant, serum or whatever it is that they don't even need, But then like they actually go up and purchase it. And I'm like, no, like, why did you already say yes? Like, why has that already happened? Because now you're just making it's going to snowball and turn into like a bigger thing. And she's going to ask for more. And where do you draw the line? Like, so it's just
I don't even know what Drunk Elephant is. I keep hearing people talk about it. I don't know.
It's a brand of skincare stuff. So it's just like, you know, I don't know. What are some like good skincare, like Clinique and
what's that? Why? What's the name? Like, what's the?
It's literally the Drunk Elephant, and it has like a little elephant on it, and it has like, you've probably seen the tubes because it's all like the bright colored stuff. So like whenever people are doing like a get ready with me or like a makeup tutorial, they're gonna have some sort of like squeezing out of a drunken elephant.
But
product.
what's the point of the name? Like,
I don't know. I don't know the history behind it. No, I have no idea. You asked the wrong person because I don't buy $100 face serums. So
that's how much it is?
Well, they're expensive. Like, so the line varies. So if you're buying like an eye cream, maybe the eye cream's $30. But if you buy like, you know, some sort of lotion or dewy drop solution, it's going to end up costing more. So yeah, they're pricey.
Yeah, Jackie and I are like, is that on sale? No. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess I'm not buying that.
But then it's hard because we are picky about our ingredients.
Yes.
So then we get stuck between a hard place because we're like,
it's expensive.
The good stuff's always expensive, but we're just like, so we always have to look for like a Black Friday sale.
Yeah, but it's okay though, because I think we've done a good job at navigating. That's the other thing. There's more brands now that are very aware of their ingredients.
There is.
So like, I feel like I don't know about Drunken Elephant if their products are like clean, if they're on the list of like safe ingredients. I've never looked because they're out of my price range. But when I like look at other brands, I'm like, this is so cool because we're starting to see more companies like and brands coming out with like awareness of their products. So I love that it's making it a little bit easier to find stuff that's actually safe to put on our skin. So I think that's great.
You have to watch on Netflix. They just put out a documentary that is like the whole thing's about overconsumption.
What is that one? Is that, I wonder if I've seen that one. Do you remember what it was called?
I don't know, but it just came out like a couple of days ago.
Okay, because I love stuff like that. I watched like the beauty industry one about like ingredients where they broke down like simple things like blush, where like blush was like super toxic and we didn't even realize it for all these like powder blushes, like little things like that, like where we had no idea.
They said that on the documentary, they said that 1.5 million sneakers are made every hour.
Wow, it's wild. But
like when you hear these numbers, they said 685,000 phones.
Wow.
Like iPhones are made every hour as well.
That's another one that I could like get on a soapbox about, because I know Apple's doing it because there's people who actually do go out and buy the new phone all the time, which is like really unnecessary, I think, because these phones work perfectly fine, but now they're pushing overconsumption on us with like, buy this $1,000 phone every September when the new one drops. And I'm just like, where is this coming from? Like, don't you know we're poor right now? Like, we can barely afford anything right now.
I don't know where it went.
Yeah, the shoes thing as well. I did watch the one that was talking about fast fashion, and it was with that brand. I think HBO did that one. And that one was really good as well. I'd never heard of that brand, but I thought it was really interesting because they basically said it was like the same quality, like across the board, that even if it has a higher sticker price on it, it's still the same as Shein, Temu, Amazon, all that stuff. And it comes from the same place. Like basically they figured out where they were like, where is this factory at? Like, are you using like ethical means to make your clothing? And it turned out they weren't. And I was like, dang, like we're all being fooled in this like whole overconsumption thing. So it's just like, I don't know.
It's all a mess.
I know. It's so sad. It's Poor us.
It's a good one. I'm like, whoa. Like, I wouldn't say I'm super guilty in like clothes. Like, I've never ordered from Shein. I've obviously ordered from Amazon and things are made in China. Like, let's be real. We all wear stuff that's made in China.
Yeah.
Like, there's nobody on this earth, I don't think, that has ever, unless they literally sew them their own clothes, which probably the fabric then still came from China.
Yeah.
So like we're all guilty at the end of the day, but I don't do like, I have ordered things on Amazon, but like I have to specifically search for it. I'm not just like,
Yes, you're not
looking.
adding
I'm
100
like,
items to your cart. You're not
No,
part
like-
of the overconsumption problem.
yeah, like I'm like, I need a pair of leggings to replace the ones I have that have a hole in it now.
Yeah.
So I go find a pair of leggings. But like I've never been the Shein that like I have a vacation or I have an event, I need a new outfit.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Yeah,
Like,
because
I've
you
never
see it
been
all the
like
time
that.
too. There's girls who literally, because Shein and Temu and all these other companies are so
Oh yeah,
inexpensive.
they dump a whole box out every month.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I get that only costs you $200. That's great that you have 500 pieces of clothing, but like for what? And at what cost to like the world, to us, to everyone? Like, and I'm just like,
Yeah, they
it's part of
said-
the problem. Like, we're just spiraling. Like,
Yeah, they said on the documentary that 1.5 million SKUs, like not SKUs, 1.5 million like different style clothing every year Shein does. So that's just styles, not sizes or anything
so
or
like
colors.
just like a company like the Gap, when they only have like a spring launch, a summer launch, a fall
Yeah, they
launch,
say-
like this brand is like pumping stuff
Yeah.
out all the time.
Yeah, so Gap they say is about 45,000 styles a
Oh,
year.
I used a bad example.
No,
Here
they
I
did,
was
but-
thinking like Gap was going to
No,
be better because that's
no,
like
no,
kind of what
but-
I see.
But remember styles.
Yeah.
Gap has to like fit it in their store. Shein is like online.
Okay, and then for them
But-
also they're inclusive because it has men, women, and children. So of course
Yeah.
it's going to be a larger number than just 100 items or whatever.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
it's wild because think about 55,000 different kind of items, not
Oh my
sizes.
No, that's too much.
One store.
Yeah.
That's too much. 1.5 million. That doesn't include sizes and how many people are ordering of that
Yeah.
same item and all
or like
that.
a different color or anything like that. That's wild.
It's too much.
No, that is so we have a lot of work to do as millennials. We have all of this on our shoulders. We
And the
have
problem
to
is
be
it can't be passed down because it's such poor quality.
No, everything's trash. Like it doesn't hold up. No.
No, it's not like give this coat to my granddaughter.
It's trash. It's turning into rags. We wear it for one vacation and now it's trash. And also fast fashion too. Like the trends now are happening faster too. We see it. Now that we've hopped on TikTok and we get to see all these like trendy clothing items, it goes so fast. And I'm like, why?
Yeah.
I hate it at this. I love clothes. So for me, I hate it because I'm like, now I'm being forced to stay caught up with these fast fashion items. And I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
Jackie likes to stay on trend.
I know, and it's hard though because I'm really torn. Like ethically, I
Yeah.
don't want to do that. Like I think that that's a really poor idea as far as just being a human on this planet. And at the same time, it's not economically wise to
Yeah.
like be like that. And then just all around, it's just not a good idea. But I'm like, oh, but then what do I wear?
You're like, I need to look cute.
Yeah, so I'm like, what do I wear on the cruise then if I don't buy any clothes? So I'm part of the problem, but it's just really hard. So I think we have a lot of work to do. Like, I think it's great. I think coming back to that article, I think we are a much more aware generation. Like you said, we're paying attention to stuff.
With ingredients, not with clothes.
No, not the
But yeah.
clothes. Just
Clothes
with
has
what
just
we're
gotten
eating.
worse.
Yeah.
So it's like we're doing one good thing and then we're giving up another.
yeah, absolutely. Oh, so crazy. Poor us.
Yeah. Like consignment shops. Where are those things?
I know, and we did actually hit up. We had like a
We
little
did.
consignment shop date in
You
Miami.
love that $4 shirt?
I did, yeah, and it was great. And there was some good finds in there too. Like it's just
There was a lot of what's that?
Lily
brand that you
Pulitzer.
hate?
Yeah, it's like Southern Belle boat fashion.
Oh, it's too bright.
But even for me, I'm a color girly, and I
No,
didn't
it's
even
too
like
bright.
it.
It's too much.
It's like
Yeah.
coral and floral and all the weird things, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
not here for it. Sorry, guys. Heather and I just don't care for that style. Sorry.
No.
Like,
We can go shopping one
Yeah.
day and replace my wardrobe because like how many times have I worn this during podcasting? At least
but that's
10.
like what you have there is a timeless outfit, though. Like there's
a
nothing wrong with.
timeless workout dress.
Yeah, but also you live in Miami too, so like you don't have to
Yeah.
dress for like the weather. So you honestly could wear that every single day of the year.
I do.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so you can wear that for pickup as well as like date night, and I feel like that's why you bought it because it's not a fast fashion piece that's gonna get thrown away. Like it's a good.
I need your little lint free
yeah,
sample
the little
thing.
lint.
Please bring that with you
yeah
for Christmas.
I'm not disappointed by it actually.
and
for
I can
being
just
like
like
a
do
random.
all my clothes.
You're like,
Listen,
hold on, I gotta
s-
take care of all my stuff. Like,
I saw that free sample for Jackie, a little lint thing, and I was like, I mean, she probably has a bunch of stuff.
yeah. I had
And then sure
Dylan
enough-
doing it. Dylan was like, what? Because it just like, it's easy, right? Like, obviously, you don't have to like put any force into it. So he literally was just like, what else can I do? Like, going around the house. Like, I was like,
So
okay,
now
okay.
you could be like as easy. A kid can do
yeah,
it.
a kid can do it. Absolutely. Yeah. The things that we find on TikTok, guys, like it's a wild world out there. Like,
but for free.
that's true. Yeah. Can't beat that. Especially since it's
Also,
a
we're very
working
picky.
product.
We're very picky with our free samples.
Yeah.
I'm not over here like 30 boxes a
No, like those girls are here for the overconsumption too. When they literally show their like TikTok hauls and it's like 30 boxes showing up on their front porch. And I'm like, you're not going to use any of that stuff.
Nope.
Like, so at least we're better than that.
Thank God. Well, thanks for chatting.
Yeah, no, it's always so nice.
This was fun.
And we're going to be ramping up for Thanksgiving. So we just hope that everyone has an awesome Thanksgiving. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe. And you can find us on all of the podcast platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. And yeah, just, support the girlies because this is all we have.
Yeah.
Like, this community that we have with you guys. So
Yeah. Hopefully next week we're going to try to have maybe my sister-in-law, another fellow millennial,
yes,
come and join us to switch things up.
that'll
all
fun
depends
if we can chat with her.
All depends on like how timing
Yeah.
things work out. But we will chat probably next week.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we'll definitely get together.
We won't miss.
Yeah. We're going to keep you
won't
guys. There's a lot of stuff we got to like circle back and keep you guys updated on.
Yes. Yes. Well, I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving and we'll chat later.
Thanks for listening. Bye.